What do you think I'm called, by the way? If you get it right, I'll give you a bag of cocaine.
I'm like in the shoe. I've even got like some kind of egg stain.
That was like jizz. It's like someone's just jizzed all over your pants. It's probably the last victim you smothered.
It could have been.
What time's your appointment at?
4:30.
What time's it now?
4:31.
Oh Jesus, you're well late. You shouldn't be talking to me.
Trouble.
You should not be speaking. You should have just gallivanted off on your bike.
Yeah, look, give me your number.
You give me your number.
Okay.
Well, thank you for checking me out on the street. This wouldn't have happened otherwise. Do you know your phone number?
Yes, I do. I'm sure that you are getting checked all the time.
Well, but it's whether or not you act on it, though, right? You know, I have to be selective. I can't. If I was going over to every woman who looked at me, I'd be very tired by now. So I have to be selective about who I'm going over to. In 2020, I was a broke, insecure, 23-year-old loser who was addicted to porn. I had erectile dysfunction, and if you thought that was bad, I was also stuck in the city of Leeds. As you can imagine, I was filled with doubt. I was paralyzed by overthinking, and I grappled with the belief that I just wasn't good enough. And dude, I will be completely honest and completely transparent with you. The reason why I got started with Cold Approach in the first place was because I wanted to get girls. Yeah, historically, I was always the ugly duckling. Yeah, I just always struggled. I always struggled attracting girls, like getting women to notice me. I always felt invisible. I always felt like an outcast. And I saw daytime Cold Approach as a way to make up for lost time. But Cold Approach didn't just help me meet women. It saved me from the version of myself that I never wanted to become. It forced me to face my fears, break free from my limitations, and take control of my life in ways I never thought possible. It gave me the confidence to quit my soul-sucking 9-to-5. It built the emotional resilience I needed to handle setbacks in business. And it forged the character that allowed me to move to Bangkok and start learning Muay Thai. And dude, that is only just the start. Cold Approach has allowed me to break free from insecurities I never thought I'd overcome. It's opened doors to experiences I once thought were out of reach, and it's given me the freedom to design a life on my terms. Cold Approach is the most aggressive form of self-development, and through my coaching program, I have witnessed firsthand how Cold Approach can radically change people's lives in as little as 3 months. So in this video, I'm going to share inspirational stories from my private coaching clients to prove to you that 3 months, just 3 months of Cold Approach can change the entire direction of your life. Peter came to me at 51 years old. Yeah, most guys who get into their 50s, they think, oh, I'm too old for this. I've missed the boat. I'm watching my friends settle down and have children. It must be game over. No, for Peter, it was game on. Yeah, he'd spent most of his life on his career, focused on building materialistic success. But once he hit 51, he was looking at his life and thinking, I feel empty. I've prioritized my career. I've got money in the bank. I'm living a good lifestyle, but I've got nobody to enjoy it with. And I've got no idea how to actually bring women into my life. And straight up, he knew that trying to learn Cold Approach all on his own, without any guidance, without any accountability, without any feedback, was going to be a long-winded process. And at 51 years old, he just didn't have the time to piss away anymore. And in just 3 months of us working together, Peter had completely transformed his life. He went from feeling lonely, he went from feeling disconnected and unsure about his future to dating multiple women in their mid-20s. And he wrote the following message in our private WhatsApp group. Final day of my excursion. I took it quite easy today and only did 10 approaches with 3 number closes. All of the leads are statuesque, Belarusian, blonde bombshells. One of them number closed me, which isn't what you come to expect as a 51-year-old man. This evening, I've been on a date with a Ukrainian air hostess. I've also got a phone full of hot leads, which I've got to somehow manage. I know, life is tough, right? For the first time in decades, Peter felt alive. And the thing that I really want you to take away from Peter's story, especially if you are an older gentleman, is it's never too late to start. Your age is not a liability, it's an asset, okay? Perception's reality. Even if it's not true, we make it true by believing in it. As a man thinketh, so is he. Like, dude, I have got multiple clients who've gone through my coaching program in their 50s who, after working with me, were dating women half their age, and all of this is down to the confidence that they developed through daytime call approach. When Richie first applied to work with me, he was in a 4-year dry spell. No women, no dates, no magical experiences for an entire 4 years. At 38 years old, Richie knew something needed to change. Yeah, he didn't want to go on another 4-year dry spell. So he reached out, he applied to work with me, and within 3 months of us working together, his life completely transformed. Not only did he break the streak, he broke the streak and then some. Like the guys in the Entourage will know, Richie absolutely demolished the game, right? So he broke his 4-year dry spell. He had multiple girlfriend experiences, and the girlfriend experiences that he had, these were with women that he could only once just fantasize about. Yeah, he was now living his dream reality, all because of the action that he took.
I met like literally my dream woman, and we have dated now, and so we've been together, and it's going very well, and I feel like super in love, super happy.
And this is why I'm always telling you, belief follows action. Getting over his 4-year dry spell and having incredible experiences with stunning women made Richie feel like a man again. Yeah, and this is what I want you to understand. Call approach isn't just about meeting women. Yeah, it's about reclaiming control of your life, reclaiming your masculinity, and taking back your power as a man. At 43 years old, Jazz didn't just want a girlfriend, he wanted freedom. He'd spent his entire life locked in a prison of self-doubt, never feeling worthy, never feeling good enough, always second-guessing his decisions, rejecting himself on behalf of the world. And within a week, 1 week of joining my coaching program, Jazz got himself a 19-year-old Brazilian girlfriend. But for Jazz, it wasn't about getting the girl. Yeah, it was about breaking free from the limitations of his own mind.
Genuinely, I just told Kristian I had one of the best months of my life. I just recently had one of the best months of my life. And I'm like, I know for a fact, if I hadn't spent that money, I wouldn't have turned around physically and metaphorically and took the action I've recently took that has had such a ripple effect in my life that I called you the other day, and I left you a message. And I said, mate, I'm sat here and I could cry. I literally, I'm so happy because I'm like, and I know some stuff, you know, and I've done some pretty cool stuff, but I'm like, I feel like I'm awake because it hurt. I was forced into action to push past this self-imprisonment.
What I want you to take away from Jazz's story is the limits you think exist are often just in your own head. And the moment you decide to push past these limitations, that's the moment where you start to free yourself from your own bullshit. At 19 years old, Reece was like many young men, full of potential, but unsure how to channel it. He came to me with minimal life experience and not much confidence in his social abilities. And dude, what I loved about Reece was he wasn't just looking to transform his relationships with women. He was looking to transform his entire life. Yeah, he saw daytime call approach as the most aggressive form of self-development, and he wanted to forge a new identity through the fires of adversity, because in his mind, if he got this skill set done early, then a decade from now, he would be outperforming every other guy around him. And during our coaching weekend, Reece absorbed the entire call approach playbook. He was already going on multiple dates with women he met during this coaching weekend. And Reece is now on a trajectory that very few people can even imagine. Imagine getting this skill set down at 19 years old. A decade from now, he's going to be operating in a league of his own, all because he had the courage to invest into himself when other people around him were too afraid or too distracted. If you're a young guy in your late teens or early 20s, then let Reece's example prove to you what's actually possible. The earlier you start investing in yourself, the actions that you take will compound over time, and they will forge a path that will put you ahead for years to come. Sean was a 49-year-old business owner when we first started working together in Malaga. Despite his professional success, he felt stuck in his personal life. Very similar to Peter and the other high-achieving older gentlemen that I work with. These guys put so much time and effort into building themselves professionally, but they get to a certain age and they think, what was it all for? You know, I've got the cash, I've got the house, I've got the lifestyle, but I've got nobody to enjoy this stuff with. One of Sean's problems was he often found himself being needy in relationships, and this would cause him to push women away. Okay, he was operating in a place of scarcity. So whenever he met women, he was always scared of saying the wrong thing or annoying her, because he was worried if he lost this woman, he didn't know how long it would be until he could replace her. Sean's goal for working with me was simple, right? He wanted to kill the needy bitch inside of him so he could create a powerful connection with a beautiful woman. Sean fully absorbed the lessons I taught him, and within just a couple of months, his life had completely transformed. He's now dating a beautiful woman who complements his ultra busy lifestyle. He's no longer needy in this relationship because during our time together, we destroyed that needy bitch inside of him. So now he feels more abundant in his relationship. Understand, abundance is not always having, it's knowing you can have. Once you develop a skill set like cold approach, where you know on any given day, at any given moment, you can walk outside, you can meet new women, you can flood your phone book with beautiful women who are desperate to see you, it allows you to become more detached in relationships, okay? You're allowed to enter relationships now already having made peace with the fact it could turn to dust. But the person who has the most cares the least. He who is most prepared to walk away has all the power. That's what this skill set gives you. That's why cold approach is so powerful, because it gives you this sensation of abundance. Me and Sean were actually having a one-to-one call the other night, and we were reminiscing about our time in Malaga, all the progress that he'd made since being connected with me, and he just interrupted the conversation spontaneously, and he just said, "Thank you, I love you, man." And for me, it was just a beautiful moment where I met Sean where he was, I took him through the process, and now he's got the exact thing that he wanted. And yeah, I don't know, it's just nice, man. You know, it's just nice when someone says like, "Thank you, I love you, man." It's like, fucking job done. I love you too, Sean. And I think the biggest realization we can take from Sean's story is no matter how successful you are in one area of life, true fulfillment comes from growing in every area. Yeah, health, wealth, and most importantly for me, relationships. And dude, hopefully you can see by now, this all goes deeper than just talking to women. Yeah, this is about freedom. This is freedom from bullshit. Yeah, it's about breaking free from your limitations, the doubts, the hesitation, and the insecurities that have held you back your entire life. And if you've been inspired by what you've heard and you are ready to kickstart your own 90-day transformation, then underneath this video, there's a link. You can click that link if you would like to work with me one-on-one. I will take you through my entire process. Even if I don't think you're the right fit for my program, I will still give you 30 minutes of my time. On this call, you'll be able to ask me direct questions regarding your unique situation. So worst case scenario, you get to speak with me for 30 minutes. Oh, and by the way, I've also included full-length interviews along with live one-to-one infield coaching sessions in the description below, in case you're curious about the results that I actually get from my clients.
Yo guys, Lucas here. Recently worked with Kristian in Denmark, Copenhagen, and I just wanted to share my experience with anybody who's thinking about working with him. The experience was fucking crazy. Like, the value I have gotten, like it's only been 2 weeks since then, and I've been approaching women on my own. And yesterday I was at a mall and I approached a woman that I thought that was way out of my league, and ended up going on a date with her the same day for 2 hours, and I'm seeing her tomorrow. If the guys from the group or Kristian had told me this before we started working together, I wouldn't believe it, because it's something that I wouldn't believe was possible for me.